Hi everyone, welcome to Holmes at Home. I just happened to be at my house and I would have thought that, geez, I guess it was about 15 years ago that I bought 10 acres. And right now with this pandemic, it gives me all kinds of opportunity to walk the property, to be here, to be, pretty goddamn simple. But I gotta say this, I didn't expect this. About 2.5 weeks ago, I was working in Vancouver. We were filming, and it was wonderful. And then all of a sudden, CTV shut down all production. As a matter of fact, I believe all production companies were shut down across the country for safety of the people. It makes sense to me. So for 2.5 weeks, I have been sitting at home, working in my garage, working in my shop. I built a wood shelter for all my chopped wood. I'm getting ready to cut the grass. I haven't been off work in absolute years, and who would have thought that I would have a forced vacation and staying home. This has been a great time, actually. I'm comfortable, I'm healthy, I'm totally fine. I don't have to worry about anything. I go out once in a while just to pick up some groceries. And right now I'm here talking to you. My son will be live at 2 o'clock today, so make sure you check in and listen to what he's got to say. Right now, there are some people that have some questions for me. And here we go. I love this when they have questions. From Rhonda. Hi, Mike. I've heard on a couple of your shows that you do not like to clean with bleach. She says, why is that? And she loves my show. That's nice, thank you. Rhonda, let me tell you this, don't clean with bleach because bleach is actually worse for you. It can absorb into your skin. The breathing, the bleach itself just is not good for you. Cleaning, mold, or anything like that, just use soap and water. If you're worried, put on a mask, put on some gloves, you're going to be safe. Stay away from bleach. Bleach was just used, honestly, for white clothing, not to bleach the house. Those people that do that should not do that. Lena, 24 years in the same house, and I've been lucky enough to not have any major issues except roof replacement. Now, I want to update, remodel the kitchen. Unfortunately, I have an estimate. Seems a little too high, she says, and she's scared to hire anyone for fear it will not be right. How do I make sure they know they are doing and not price gouging what they're doing? Okay, Lena, this is pretty simple. You can tell a good contractor when he walks in your door. First of all, slow down. Don't be in a hurry. That's the most important thing. And the reason they're good is because they act like a teacher. They want to teach you. They'll listen to what you want. They'll walk around. They'll point things out just like you see me do. Well, you got a problem here. You got a problem here. Here's what I recommend. A good guy wants to tell you what you need. That's what you're looking for. The price, small, medium, high price, which one do you take? You take the right price for the right job. And that's how you find the right contractor to give you the right price. Trust your instincts. If the contractor is just not really telling you what you need, but just listening and want to charge you more money, I'd worry just a little bit about that. So slow down, take your time, investigate the contractor, how long you've been in business, ask 1,001 questions, get to know that person. I call it the dating game. You're getting to know each other. He's getting to know you. And at the same time, get that major list of references, pick up the phone, call them, ask them 1,000 questions. Did they start on time? Did they finish on time? Were they courteous? Were they clean? Did they charge you more money at the end of the job? The more you do this, the odds are you're going to have a wonderful dream and not a nightmare and need 1-800-GOT-MIKE. Thank you. From Debbie, I have a squeaky floor in my shower. It's an acrylic shower, that's plastic. I know it will require crawling into the crawl space, not a fan, but I will do what I have to. The squeaking is driving me crazy. Okay, so an acrylic base for your shower. Normally what we'll do is we'll actually foam that down or glue it down so it really doesn't squeak. What's happening is it's not steel like a tub. It's moving to your weight. I doubt it's the floor that's squeaking underneath it, but if you can get into the crawl space and you're able to get some spray foam and get in underneath that tray and spray around it, That's going to help reduce that. The foam will come up underneath the tray, help bond it into place and give it that proper cushion and adherence that you're probably going to need. If that doesn't work, get back to me next week. Thank you so much. All right. From Tish. Hey Mike, we painted the ceiling of our home and noticed a year later there are some gray soot-like areas on the white paint. It does not clean off. Heard, this is cute because I know what it is, it might be caused by insulation or lack of. Your thoughts? Okay, there is a few possible causes here. First one I'm going to have to ask you, does anyone burn candles in the house? Do you burn candles in that area? Because the soot off the candle, you don't see it until after a long period of time, tends to embed itself on the ceiling. And that's what it's sounding like to me. If it is an insulation issue, which I don't think it is, but there is a possibility, you can bring in an inspector who uses an IR camera, an infrared camera, and he can check in the right temperature at the right time of the year and tell you whether or not you've got cold spots and that insulation is becoming a problem. My guess is you're burning candles in the house and you don't realize the soot from the candles hitting the ceiling. Why do I know that? Because my ceiling did it too, and now I've got to paint it. Now I've got to prime it and paint it. Things we learn as we go. This one's from Jade. My home is in the Parkside Historic section of New Jersey. It's about 100 years old and never had major work done. Should I address the electrical wiring because it flickers before coming on? Yes is the answer. Absolutely yes. Okay, is the electrical as old as the house? I mean, the plumbing is as old as the house. Don't touch anything until you know there's no asbestos in the plaster, asbestos boots around ductwork or piping. You know, a 100-year-old home has character. A lot of people like them, but they also come with old problems that we don't really do anymore. So bring in a licensed electrician, check all that electrical. I call this a test and troubleshoot and pay them for it. And tell them I want to report on what my electrical needs and what I should be doing and how much is that going to cost. And if you'd like, bring in a second and a third electrician. But if we go back to that trust point that you've got the right person trying to teach you what you need, that's who I want you to talk to. So hopefully that helps you. But look at everything else too. Test the asbestos or possible asbestos. This one's from Dino. I wanted to freshen up the outer exterior of our house. Currently we have siding on a good portion of the exterior on our fully detached home. We are original homeowners and have owned our home since 2001. Would you recommend painting of the siding and bricks? Looking forward to your feedback. Well, painting is lipstick and mascara, no matter how we look at it. Painting walls inside your house gives you option to change color, change the mood, change the tone, change the look of the place. When it comes to your exterior, I really never do recommend painting a siding. I would need to know what type of siding it is. You can paint it. The problem is that it can peel. And please, please, never paint over brick. Removing that's going to cost an awful lot of money. You can do a clean on the brick and it's an acid clean. There's different products on the market that will actually tone that up. And if you really like, you've seen on one of my shows, we actually stain the brick and you can stain the mortar. So you can create a light brick to a dark brick to a light brick, or change that tone within the brick. So there is options. On the siding, careful, but be prepared for peeling paint, okay? This is from Tanya. I will be interested in learning how to replace sections of drywall in my bathroom. We have some water damage around the tub and I'm not sure how to take out the old and replace it with new. Okay. Anytime that you have damage in a bathtub area, and I'm talking the walls, tiles, you can't really just cut out a piece. I mean, you can, but you're going to have problems continuously down the road, next year, the year after. This is an opportunity, especially in these days. Go in, you know, put on your work pouch, put on your gloves, put on your glasses, get your mask, and actually take the walls out around the tub. It's not a lot of work. Rip it all out. Get yourself some either concrete board or, you know, I love Schluter, Dieter board, put that up on the wall. Any type of product that's never going to fall apart again. and then learn to tile. Don't buy that goop in a bucket, if you're going to do Schluter, use their thin set. You can actually take a course online. They'll teach you online. There's so many options. But doing a small cosmetic repair is probably only good if a door handle is going through the wall because you don't have a door stop. When it comes to your tub or shower, water is causing this issue. So please take it apart, do it again. You can probably do it yourself. These are some of the things you can do yourself. And if you can't, bring someone in. It's not going to cost you too much money. Okay? Thank you. This one's from Pam. Do you lay flooring before installing new cupboards? Okay, Pam. The answer is absolutely yes. However, there are different times that, and I'll explain why. We want the floor to go underneath the cabinets because that way the dishwasher goes in, it's set to the cabinet height perfectly. You can easily pull it out if you've got a plumbing problem, you need to replace it, etc. The other thing is if you ever have a leak, it doesn't stay into a small bathtub underneath the cupboards and comes downstairs. You want to be able to see that, the problem within the floor. Now, there is a floor on the market, and you've probably seen it on the show, and that would be, let's see, that is a PVC flooring, very durable, inexpensive. You can install it yourself, and it would be the only type of floor that you actually put your cabinets in first and then bring the floor up to the cabinets, put your kick basin plate, and that way it just gives you that nice transition. That would be the only time. Other than that, I don't care if it's tile, hardwood, I don't care what it is, it goes under the cupboards. Great question. Thank you, Pam. Dan the man, are you going nuts or what? That's what he said to me. Are you going nuts? You know what? I'm not going nuts. This is, it's a little, I don't want to say depressing. I think that we've had a little bit too much of maybe scared panic, and I don't want people to panic. This is just something that we need to keep our hands clean. Don't touch your face. My hands are clean so I can touch my face. And just, be smart about what we do. I'm not used to really not working. This has been a long time since I was 19 running a large company that I've had time off. But ironically, 2.5 weeks in, I'm kind of enjoying this time. I'm enjoying working on my property. And between you and me, I don't mind if it goes for another month. So don't tell anyone. We'll keep that between us. Thank you, Dan. From Al, replacing all the decking on the deck with one resin sawdust types. Which one is better? Replacing all the decking on the deck with one resin sawdust types. Which one is better? Okay. I think you're talking about the man-made floorboards for a deck. Now, years ago, I built a big, beautiful deck outside my property, and I love this product because it's not supposed to mold. It's not, it's supposed to last longer than wood. You don't have to treat it. You don't have to stain it. You don't have to do anything. It's at least twice the cost of wood. Now, I got to tell you, the product that I used at the time was good, but it didn't last. It actually ended up having a problem. The company went under. Surprise. Today, we have better. I think we've learned from this. And today, we do have better products on the market. I do encourage to use it simply because it will last than wood. Now, how long will wood last? We can use now, it looks like a cedar pressure treated. It's brown pressure treated instead of green. So you build the deck, it looks like a cedar deck using wood. Problem with that, though, is about 2 years in, all wood will turn gray. And that's just from the sun, that's from the weather, and it's actually a type of fungi. It's not going to harm you, but that's what the graying is. It's actually aging. And then you got to sand it, then you got to stain it if you choose, or you leave it gray. Point is, wood will last about 20 years. So you got to do the math on this one and say, financially, at twice the cost or plus, is it worth buying this type of flooring for my deck? Or do I just do wood and in 20 years replace it? That one's up to you. From Scott, I heard you used to be a window washer. What was that like? Did you have any other odd jobs? Now that's wild. I don't think anyone's asked me this question before, especially online. So, let's see. When I was 16 years old, not only did I tinker with construction, I've been doing that since I was about 4 or 5 years old. 6 years old, I did electrical. 16 years old, I took a job doing window cleaning. And you know what? It was really good. It was great exercise. Within the first year, I saw guys I knew doing high-rise. And I thought I can do that. And I was actually not even 17, and I was hanging from a 40-story building in a Bolson chair, not a stage, very boring, very slow. But I was Spider-Man on the side of that building, and I was window cleaning for years, doing construction, and actually I was probably one of the greatest forklift drivers, and I did that for IBM at the time. So I was one of those guys that had 14 jobs at any given moment, probably because I just wanted to work and make money.